Let's get straight into our debate tonight. I want to start with KC Singh. In a sense, many people have looked at what's come out so far and basically said that for anybody who's really a foreign policy wonk or even a good journalist, nothing too startling has been revealed. Now, you look at the cables on Pakistan. You have the US Ambassador Ann Patterson talking about how Pakistan will not view enhanced assistance levels, talking about US aid in any field as sufficient compensation for abandoning support to terror groups. There's an interesting reference where there's a reference to President Zardari worrying about being taken out by General Kiani. Other than the second, in a sense, what we've seen just reconfirms what observers of the region would say anyway. How startled should we be by what we've heard so far?
No, I don't think we should be startled, but it's like, you read a Harry Potter book, you see the film. There's much more action, much more color to it.
More texture.
Much more personal things where you get to know. And things get confirmed. Earlier you were through an assessment sort of guessing it. You're saying, this is probably what it means. And here you're actually seeing people say it. Countries like Pakistan, countries like Yemen, countries like UAE, Saudi Arabia, DPRK, etc., China, they become very important because here some of these are allies, some of these are principal players, and being allies, particularly those that are led by Muslim rulers, kingdoms, emirates, they are maintaining one view in the public, they're maintaining another view with the Americans. It's very embarrassing for them personally. But for a country like us, what matters? You take France, what is the most embarrassing thing? Sarkozy's got a very thin skin. What is so embarrassing about Italy? The whole of Italy, the whole world knows what Berlusconi is. So
what public interest has this leakage served? I mean, today we're looking at what we've seen about Pakistan, but I mean, is it time for India to do some sort of crowing act and say, this is what we've heard, this is what we've heard, look, it's confirmed our worst fears? Because we're still waiting for what WikiLeaks is going to say about us.
I don't know why we had to react today. I found the spokesman coming out and saying we have a forward-looking policy, we have a very open forward-looking policy. Supposing there is an assessment which has gone, say, from the US Embassy on Mrs. Sonia Gandhi or one of the Gandhi family members, you're going to have party go ballistic here. So we should not prematurely. I think it'll be in a country like India, it'll be not anything startling. It's only individuals who may have two-timed, said something to the Americans, said something here. We saw with Montek Singh Ahluwalia and that exchange on the Blackberries. So is there a Blackberry Plus in this?
But that too was a private email. We're clearly living in a world of leaks from, whether it's Montek's emails, the Neera Radia tapes, ask me about that, or WikiLeaks. Lydia Polgreen, can I go to you on that score? I think the larger question is, how does the world react to WikiLeaks? Because once again, this is meant to be confidential, privileged information between diplomats. And surely diplomats should be permitted that privileged information. Is there a larger public interest that is being served by what's coming out of the WikiLeaks disclosures? And for example, what we're hearing today about Pakistan, does it enhance our knowledge? Does it enhance our understanding? Does it, does it serve any larger purpose at all?
Well, I think you're absolutely right that it confirms what close watchers of the region already know. It's important to note that the documents that were included, the cables that were included in WikiLeaks are not the most top secret things. You had nothing about drone attacks. You didn't have, some of the most sensitive things were not addressed. So I think you can look at this and say, this is very high level analysis and gossip. But it's not necessarily the most earth-shattering revelations that you might expect. So I think that while you can't necessarily say that there's a great public interest that's being served, I also don't think that you can say that some horrific damage has been done. I think that a lot of the commentary that you're reading from the American side is, wow, our diplomats are a lot more switched on than we thought that they were. So in that regard, I think in a way it's almost positive for American diplomacy in the sense that we can say, wow, they really seem to know what they're doing, and they're paying close attention. And some of them are actually really good writers too. I think it's good for the American public to see that from time to time, and for the world.